I saw an article in a newspaper, and it was about a program starting up at North Central Bronx Hospital, and looking for advocates to assist rape victims in the emergency room. So I thought that was pretty interesting. And just answered the ad and went through the training. And by the time I got to the end of the training, I was sure that this is what I wanted to do. Well, I go on schedule, and the shift goes from 6 p.m. until 8 a.m. the next morning. I may or may not get a phone call. On the occasions when I do get a phone call, it could be at 2 or 3 in the morning, it could be at 5 in the morning, it could be at 9 o'clock in the evening. So I get the phone call, and I'm to report to the hospital within an hour. I'm not there to get anything from them, just to give to them, whatever moral and emotional support I can offer. There was one particular case that I can remember where there was a woman that was brought into the hospital who looked very much like any of my girlfriends. And she was a working woman and met a gentleman on the subway riding home after work. He was well dressed, very nice, and she thought harmless. So they engaged each other in conversation, and he invited her to his home for a drink. They had a few drinks, and instantly something changed in his face that she noticed, and she became very uncomfortable. And he started to get violent with her, and she then realized, it's time for me to get out of here. But he had, in the interim, bolted the door. She had no way of escaping. She really didn't even know where she was, because she had gone with him to his apartment in an unfamiliar neighborhood. He then proceeded to beat her, and then he raped her. And he beat her some more until there was blood all in his apartment. And it was just one of those cases that you just never get over. The one way that these experiences have changed my life is once I leave the emergency room, it seems to put everything in a different perspective for me. The things that really annoy me day to day don't annoy me as much. Because my sons didn't wash the dishes, it's okay. Because the trash hasn't been taken out, we'll survive.